By the power of Heka, Anubis rise. By the power of Heka rise. Anubis, take your form, manifest here at my altar. You are Ambu, great and mighty Ambu. For the dudes I rise, Anubis, rise. Rise, Anubis, rise.
Hello, what's going on, my dark occultists out there? Welcome back to my channel. This episode is going to be one of my favorite types of videos that I do, is when I get enough information, enough experience that I can create a video explaining my experiences with the ancient forces that I summon and work with. You know, I am left-hand path, so I'm able to see the spirits and the gods in a left-hand path type of view, which, you know, a lot of people who aren't left-hand path, you know, they only see the white fluffiness of these gods, and they don't understand that that's not really the case. You know, most of them have their darkness, and that's what I'm drawn to, and that's usually how they come to me. So thank you. And I got enough stuff now to explain to you how I got initiated into this current. I'm not finished. I just started working with Anubis, but let me tell you the synchronicities from when I first opened the gates, which was last year in the same month that Nephthys kind of came in. Exactly the same month, because I looked on my Facebook memories. I always look at my Facebook memories to see where I was and how much I've improved, and to see what corresponds. And yeah, it was the same day that I was working Michael W. Ford's stuff, the Necronomicon, the Necrominion. Sorry, Necronomicon. That is on hold, just to let you guys know. I know I got to Inanna's Gate, if anybody's wondering, well, wasn't you working the Necronomicon? Yeah, I was, but I put a hold on it. I kind of got drawn out of it, and I started working other stuff. But so how this happened was, I was calling out to Isis. And Isis did not come. Okay, I was trying, like, what the hell, like, what's going on? And then when I was falling asleep, all I heard was, Nephthys. I was like, ooh, Nephthys. Okay. I briefly read a little bit about her, but there's not much about Nephthys. And now I know why. She is a dark goddess. Okay. She is the consort of Set, meaning she has to vibrate on his level. She is dark like Set. She's the queen of the noon. Her energy is just like Lilith. Okay, I have notes. I'm going to go through them with you. I'm just going to give you a brief introduction on how I got into this. So Nephthys came through, and when I hear a god speak to me, that is an indication that I'm going to set up my altar, fully go through with it, and start working with them. Now, the things Nephthys showed me is absolutely amazing. There's not so much stories and mythology. There is and there isn't. A lot of stuff was destroyed by other religions. There's stories, but you can learn more about them by working with them. And you have to see them more than, you know, you can't just put a label on them. She is the lady of the house. She is the twin of Isis. But without her, she could have not, Isis could not resurrect Osiris. She needed Isis. She needed that dark energy to resurrect Osiris. So, before I start going, I wanted, okay, I'll explain some things in the back here first, but let's start off with Nephthys. Now, she goes by many names. And that's the other thing. I'm not going to be here. I tried doing research and watching other people's videos, and it seems that the people who don't work on a left-hand point of view say the same stuff about these gods. They don't have a relationship with them because they're not saying anything other than what other people are saying that's written down. Oh, they're their god of fertility, they're god of this, they're god of that, they'll help you with this. Okay, but did they? And what did they do for you? What was your experiences? That's what I want to see. I don't care about what they can do. I want to know what they did do and what they have done. So this is what I have collected over not only a month and a half it's been, but they're working fast through me because I've built my psychic abilities and my skills to go through this. But I suggest for you to work with a deity for at least 30 days or until you cannot feel them around you. And that's what happened with Nephthys. She literally left on the 30th day, just gone. But when she left, she didn't leave without letting herself be known she's leaving. So another name, another Egyptian name that she goes by is Nebhat. I did write down hymns to her. She actually showed me. She loves music. The Egyptian culture is based on beauty, destruction. Well, not so much destruction, but they just really love beauty and art. They were a civilization of evolving and indulgence of life. They loved life, but they also loved death, and they also understood how to prepare for death. And they really took time to help the spirits go through the underworld. You know, the Book of the Dead was placed with the person who died, who in the beginning was only priests and priestesses that got the Book of the Dead and prepared with all the things around them to help them go through the gates of the Duat, and to when they reach Anubis and their heart would be weighed. There's all of that. You can do your own research. I'm not here to tell you all that because I don't want to. I want to tell you my experiences. So she will give you, okay, so she came to me through my sleep. I said her name. Her vibration of her voice is from afar. It's like it's so far away, but it's so close. Raspy, okay, very raspy. She is a vampire. Don't get this twisted. She's not just the lady of the house and she guides the dead and she's the protector of the dead. No, she's the queen of the noon, which is the underworld, okay? She's vampiric. She drained me just like Lilith will drain you. She drained me. Sorry, I'm hearing a noise. Okay, so she drained me. Right, that was a little bit of interference. Okay, so she is a vampiric. She will drain you just like Lilith. If you've ever worked with Lilith, she is not just mother of love, mother of this, da 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 da. No, she's a very serious spirit to work with, Nephthys, okay? She came to me. I started to see her in many ways, but you saw the picture of her that I did in my videos, my last couple of videos. Go look at them, check them out. That's how she appeared to me. She first had this huge black long head piece. It wasn't just this small little headpiece. This was a huge, representing the head of the house, representing the lady that is running shit. She runs shit, okay? She also had a scorpion tail. She was poisonous. She's an enchantress. She's seductive. She's absolutely seductive. She brings balance. She brings balance because of the darkness that's within her, but she also has light in her. She brings balance. She will introduce you to the scar beetle, okay? She taught me how to make a scar beetle. When you become fully immersed in the current, when you close your eyes, all you see is Egyptian symbols. All you feel is Egyptian energy. You go to sleep They take you to Egypt. I literally was remote viewing the Nile the second night I invoked Nephthys. I was like, I'm hovering over the Nile. I can see the pyramids. Like, this is the craziest stuff. This very similar to how the Sumerians worked with me. They allowed me to remote view ancient history and put together a lot of my past lives. Okay, she teaches Heka. She teaches magic. She is a magical magic, dark magic. There is no good and evil in Heka. There just is. Okay. Even Isis isn't this fluffy, lovey-dovey queen. Isis is a cunning god. She learned Ra's weakness. She had to go through a lot of lies and setting him up to do that. These gods are not just light, they are dark. Okay, wake up, people. They're not just these light beings of happiness. And anyways, and she initiated me into the current correctly. So to me, she is the initiator into the current. And it seems I am going through a kind of a comedic tree of life, but the dark side, the dark tree of life, you know? But I don't know. Yeah, so she teaches magic. She taught me how to create a doll and mummify it. And once I was doing all of that, I tapped into my ancient past life as an Egyptian. And I started to speak words, and I started to become possessed. I started to know what to do on this doll, as if I've done it a million times. The oils, the scents, the carefulness, the patience to do this. Something I'm not familiar with. I'm very Nope, I had to learn patience with this doll. She taught me how to draw energy from the noon, the dark abyss, the noon. She will connect you to Osiris. And I'll tell you how Osiris came through. So through the month of this, I'm completely immersed with her. Every night I'm working with her, I'm becoming her. She's giving me this power within me. I'm overcoming things within myself I didn't even know, just like all the gods kind of do. But it's this forbidden ecstasy that she's giving me that is completing me in a way very, very strange. But the last week I was so drained. I'm like, I know this is a spiritual draining because I've been through this with Lilith. And then I was like, whoa. She came to me in a dream in my room. It was a lucid dream. And I'm in my room and I can hear this loud buzzing. Bzzz. I thought it was, I'm like, that's not a beetle? What the hell? I'm like trying to look at it. I'm like, ew, is it a fly or a beetle? It made like a horse fly. It was huge. And it stopped on my altar. And I was like, what the hell? And then it transformed into one of those beetles, but different. And it was Nephthys. It was like her anthropomorphic, but I don't know. It was blue and black. And she had this, it was badass. It was beautiful. It was the beetle. It was a scared beetle, but it wasn't. I can't even explain it. The best way I can is just how I did. And that was her. And after that, she left. She was gone. And I was like, okay, who am I going to work with next? And the next night I heard, Osiris. Okay. I was like, oh, okay. Time to work with Osiris. Oh yeah, she also taught me how to make the offering cups. These are Egyptian offering cups, kind of like spirit pots. I drew this, I did the beetle, I put the energy of her in here in the offerings, and I used this, and oh, there's water in here, I forgot about that. And I would use this, okay? This is her spirit pot, but an offering cup, and I made one for Osiris too. He wanted more bling because Osiris likes bling, okay? He likes that. Oh, there goes mine. She also showed me, it was weird, she showed me these symbols, and I didn't know what the symbols were. And then when I was watching some videos on Egyptian, I started seeing those symbols everywhere on top of these temples. She was showing me the Muslims and how that religion has taken over. She showed me that. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that right now, but oh, when you're working with the Egyptian gods, they don't ask for blood. I did give her my blood though, but Osiris never asked for blood, and they don't care about the blood. They care more about your vital, like they just didn't ask for blood, not like the Goetic spirits. But she did insist I take a shower, like clean, dressed up for her, oiled myself before I worked with her. Osiris not so much, but Nephthys really wanted me to prepare my body before I worked with her. So after she drained me, she resurrected me, and I was just full of energy. Like, I literally went to the gym, I was running around. I just was like, whew, vibing. She communicates. This is the other thing. When I was asking her questions in the beginning, she started sending, I saw a picture of an ear, just an ear. I was like, an ear? I got up and I'm like, okay, is this a hieroglyph? I don't remember seeing an ear. I did some research. Yes, it was. She communicates by sending hieroglyphs in your mind's eye. You have to do the research. So the ear represented the gods you're listening. Because I was kind of like, are you listening? Are you there? Nephthys, are you listening? She sent me a fucking ear. So, yeah. She enjoys when you dance and, you know, do rituals and just really push out your vital energy, your vital force. Yeah, she's very dominant. I have my Hecate altar here. When I worked with Nephthys for the first time, Lilith never did it, none of the other goddesses did it. For the first time, I felt a little uncomfortable with Hecate there. And it seems she just wants to be number one, nobody else there. Okay, Nephthys. Sorry. So yeah, she made me feel uncomfortable. But I wasn't about to take Hecate's, or maybe Hecate made me feel uncomfortable. I don't know, but it doesn't matter because I'm the operator, and you're gonna have to, if they're gonna work with me, I'm not taking down altars, but I will. Anyway, so she made me uncomfortable. She likes to be number one. I also received my my Nephthys cartouche with engraving of Eldoria in there. You can get that from Etsy. It's a guy from Turkey. Amazing. It came in 7 days. Really good. Okay, so that's. So Osiris Asar. So he came quick. His voice was high pitched, squeaky but raspy. He spoke to me in riddles. Like, I was like, what the hell did he just say? Osiris speaks in riddles. Okay, his voice was fast. He showed me him ruling Egypt as the first ruler of Egypt, and the power and his pride and his love and thirst for life. You know, he fell. He did fall, and it was a good thing, you know. And I think I'm being shown it's a good thing that he fell, because now he's balanced. I don't think he was balanced before. He was very prideful. He was very, and there's nothing wrong with being prideful, but there is something, there's missing links, okay, that I'm getting to with Set. They don't hate each other, number one. These gods love each other. They all love each other. They all have a purpose for something, for the greater good of all of them, okay? He showed me he's beautiful. He's very handsome, okay? I did not get to see him in his underworld energy form of Osiris mummified, but that's because I have to work with Anubis, and I'm working with Anubis now. But Anubis is the one that if you're gonna work with Osiris in his underworld darkness, you have to go through Osiris first. This is what they're showing me. This is not something I'm saying, hey, you know, this is just how they're working with me. He fell, almost like how Lucifer fell, you know? He fell. He loves gold. He loves gold. He's authority, powerful. Now, Isis and Nephthys are twins. Osiris and Set are opposites. Osiris was the first created, then Isis, then Nephthys, and then Set. But there's a lot more to Set and Osiris, you know. Anyways, okay, so yeah, so he got Osiris. So it was Nephthys that resurrected, Nephthys and Isis that resurrected Osiris after he was killed, because apparently he had an affair. She sneakily had an affair with Osiris, which, come on now, let's be real. Osiris couldn't tell the difference between his wife and his sister. Of course he did. They knew what they were doing. That's bullshit. They're gods. They knew exactly what they're doing. It says that Osiris's penis, I don't know, private part, was never recovered, and Isis made him a new one, and they had intercourse and created Horus, and then he died, and then he went to the underworld because he could not exist in this realm. Okay, so where's his penis? Well, if I was Set and I killed him, I would know that he would need that penis to fertilize him, and to keep him under my control, I would keep his penis. If I was Set, I would keep his penis. Yeah. They show you he showed me my, okay, this is the crazy thing. So when I was working with Osiris, I started to see remote view. I was in this tomb room. I can see my hand reaching for the tools of embalming people. I was like, oh shit, I wonder if that's a past life. I got to pick up the tool, and I was ready to embalm a pharaoh. I don't know. I kind of was like, whoa. He showed me inside of this place, there is a glass cage, and in it was this pillow, and there's these ancient documents on there. And I don't know why I was shown this, and I don't know if this is in a museum or somewhere, but I saw it remote viewing. Remote viewing is kind of different than astral travel. It's almost like you are there. You are like how we're talking right now. Like I'm there. Yeah. Then he showed me, you know, there's some names of him: Usir, Winifred, Asar, Asir, Wesire, oh great Lord of Eternity. Anyways, he showed me some things to hymns. So Osiris left me quickly after showing me all of his solar beauty parts, and I was like, but I want to see Osiris in his darkness. Like, come forth, Osiris. And that's when Anubis came through, and Nephthys said, no, you must go to Anubis before you meet Osiris, the underworld king. Okay, so I'm gradually going through, because I want to really have a connection with Set. I've seen Set's hands. That's it. And his red hair and his eyes, that's it. But I've never, it's like almost like Ahriman. He's like far, far away. And it's like I have to go through these stages to get to them. Some people say they can just summon them and he's there. But for me, they make me go through things and go through the initiations and understand all the other gods before I can reach the one I want. The one I want is Set. Okay. Anyways, his hands were just gross in a way. His nails were black and thick and cracked. And that's the only thing. And I do remember him. Now I'm remembering. He scratched me here and here with 3 marks. Okay. And that was it. The last thing Osiris said to me before I started working with Anubis was, "Come forth, so I shall remember you." That was it. Now, Anubis, 2 nights ago, I'm going to show you guys my ritual before this video. So that happened 2 nights ago. There's Anubis. I got a black candle for him. He likes black and gold and beautiful things. He had a dark, echoey voice, very sexy, very powerful, very strong, very, this is it, this is how it's gonna be, very closest thing I could say, almost like a Belial energy, you know. He has long, sharp claws. Now my dreams were crazy last night. He I'm reading my notes. He showed me how to do incantations in this liquid stuff so I can remember them in my astral realm. I remember that. I also woke up with kind of a half-broken toe. I don't know why and what the hell happened. And I also heard my cat speak to me this morning. I was lying down and I heard hello, hello, hello by 2 voices. And I was like, who the hell is that? And then they turned into my cat's meows. I was like, holy fuck. I just understood my cats speaking to me in English. I don't know if I want that. So you will start to learn, if you have cats and you work with the Egyptian gods, you know things are gonna be crazy. But I didn't know I was going to hear my cat speak to me in English. It was weird. Now when you work with Anubis, he will bring you, he was apparently abandoned. So if you have any abandonment issues or insecurities and self-esteem problems, Anubis is the one that's going to bring you out of that. He's the one that's going to inspire you not to give a fuck about what anybody thinks. I mean, he showed me some past lives of me in Egypt, and I think that's why this current is just, it's hard for me to say because I've lived so many past lives, but there's certain ones that just run through my veins, and this is one of them. There's a lot of things I did in Egypt. He's so direct, you know, he's so direct. I can't read this because I was half asleep. Okay, I will tell you this. Oh my gosh. So I'm having these visions while I'm like in trance and sleeping, and I got my candle lighting. This, you know, the energy's there. Anubis is within me. I see Anubis on a throne far away. And I'm like, is that Anubis? He's sitting in a dark room, but there's a spotlight on him. And he's holding an infant in his hand. And he's bringing his claws. And he's putting a divine spark into this infant. And then the infant goes out. I'm like, is he trying to show me that not only does he guide the dead and balance them, he helps the reincarnation cycle? I think he does, because he was showing me that he puts the energy into the babies. Perhaps that's the thing. If you don't go to Osiris, you just get incarnated again. But he looked drained. He was like, oh. He also showed me a line and a branch of all these new gods created since the mythologies have stopped. There have been so many other new gods being created that we are not aware of, and I got to see them, and they were pretty cool. Tonight I'm going to do a full ritual where I'm going to get a heart, a real heart. I'm going to offer that up to Anubis, and I have my feather, and I've already told him to do this, but I'm going to get my heart weight, and depending on what Anubis thinks, either I'm going to be eaten by Amit, the crocodile, or I'm going to pass through and meet Osiris, Lord of Eternity in the underworld. But I'm not afraid of what I am, so whatever happens, happens. I just have to deal with it. That's my next step with them. These gods are so much more, and there's not a lot of information on them because people don't get past the stories, you know. They don't get past the stories, or they listen to everybody else's. I haven't listened to too much people. I just do and see what happens. So that's it so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this informational video, and I hope this resonates with some of you guys. Please just feel free to... Oh, wait, let me show you something else. So Nephthys showed me how to make coffins for my mommy dolls. Kind of like puppet dolls, but you know, a lot more heavy, a lot more work to this. And I tucked this guy away. I do make them for people. This one is for a customer. I make them for them depending if it's for baneful, or I have to, I'll put the doll together, and you can do whatever you want with it, and then I ship it off to you.